So the first thing we did to attract our audience was by having a bloody hand as the first shot. This instantly creates a mystery and you want to know whose hand it is and why the blood's there.
And we introduced our character, and we thought that this would be quite appealing for our audience because they're of like the teenage age range, and that's what our particular target market's in. So they'll be able to relate to them and be interested in what's happening to her.
We picked quite an old-fashioned house, and a way to identify that's quite old-fashioned is the stairs that's coming up now. We thought that this was quite an old-fashioned Victorian sort of stairs, so we use this in our recordings to show that it's quite eerie and creepy, and that some mystery could be of this house.
The other thing we did was we had a doll. This was our psychological kind of element because it's not normal to keep seeing shots of a doll and she keeps moving throughout the house, as you will notice in the rest of our opening. We did this because our target market really liked psychological and things weren't normal, so we thought by adding a doll this was a really creepy and good way to show that.
I think for the audience that this would sort of be the big build up to the climax of our opening as she goes into the room, because there's so many sort of things to look at, all the props we collected and covering things in blood. There's just a whole range of things in there.
With this room, we spent a lot of time making it what it is and picking stuff that we thought would go and attract the audience attention. And this is a big build-up of attention.
Yeah, I mean, I think it really makes you question what kind of person could live in there and what kind of person has this collection of like dead images and fake blood everywhere and things like that. So
the Bible has got quite a lot of detail in. We went putting messages in it and things like that, cutting out clippings, looking for bits that had details on murder that this person might have been obsessed over and probably interpreted
which
in a
is
strange
another
way.
psychological
Yeah.
element. And then obviously as the build up to the death we have lots of quick cuts and fast changing. This is very confusing and we were inspired by Psycho to do something like that because it just works really well and it really helps to add the tension.
On this shot we made it really slow, so then it's a real big build of attention and then it slows down.